Thanks for joining me on another video. My name is Adam from WPCrafter.com, where I make videos for non-techies like me and maybe like you. Now, this is a video that's part of a video series on what's called a Done For You template that I give away for free. And it's on my latest Done For You template, and this is what the site will look like. Now, if you don't have this template, all you have to do is go to my website at WP click on Done For You templates, and download it right here, Create an Online Course Website. Click on that, and there'll be a link to download everything and a video that's going to show you how to get everything set up. Now, the last video I made was all about the theme and changing the styles, the fonts, the colors, just totally unleashing the power of this theme to make this site look exactly how you want it to look. In this video, I'm going to go over the page builder, and the page builder is called Beaver Builder, and it's what I used to make this home page right here. And I'm going to go over everything that has to do with Beaver Builder, some options that you have on how to change anything on this page, and how to get the results that you want on any page of your website. So here I am logged into the back end of the site, and all of your pages are going to be found right here where it says pages, and here's the pages that I've created. So first, let's click on homepage and take a look at it. So one caveat, I had a customer, not really a customer, but someone, a subscriber here on the channel. He would build a page using the page builder, and then he would come into the back end and click on text editor, which basically strips away everything that the page builder did. So if you have Beaver Builder that you use like on the home page like I used to build it, don't go ahead and click on text editor. You don't want to do that. Just leave it on page builder, and when you want to edit something, you'll click on launch page builder. Now, a couple things to note. If you notice on this page, it's missing the header, which contains the logo and contains the navigation. Now, let me show you how to control that. What you do is you go into the back end of that page here, and you scroll down a little bit. And right here it says Disable Elements, and you can see I have a header checked. When you check that, it's going to disable the header from showing on this one page. And I did that on purpose. Now, you might want the header to show. In that case, you would just uncheck it, and then it would show that header area. In the prior video, I showed you how to add logos, change that menu area, and all that kind of stuff. Now, as I scroll up, if you want to create a new page that you're going to use Beaver Builder on, and you want these rows to be full width, and you want Beaver Builder to have full control, just copy the settings you see here on the home page. So for the sidebar layout, you would choose content, no sidebar. A sidebar would be that area that's going to be on the right or the left, and you could put widgets in it and all that. So just say content, no sidebar. And then you could scroll down here, click on post image page header, disable that, and disable the content title, and you are good to go. So now let's just jump in and click on Launch Page Builder. And what this is going to do, it's going to take us to the front end page builder, which is Beaver Builder. Now, traditionally, before they had these things called front end page builders, you would use this clunky kind of text editor, and it would be hard to get anything other than a bunch of blocky text. And about 3 years ago, companies started coming out with these things called front-end page builders. And it's basically, I can see what I'm doing, and I can easily have full control over the design in a more visual way. So I built this homepage with Beaver Builder, and you could see right here that I've got the Beaver Builder settings panel here on the right and their toolbar on the top. Now, Beaver Builder is a free page builder. They have a paid version of it that unlocks more power, and there's also some add-ons you can get that I'll talk about later in this video. Now, I wanted to simplify this process for you, okay? A web page, you can break any web page on the internet down into this. A page, all it is rows of content, and in those rows there's columns, okay? And in those columns you have content modules. So here's where our modules are here, but it's just content. And then to style that row and those sections of content, you can have something in the background, like a background image. a background video, or a background color. That is all, my friends. That is all a website is a series of rows, columns, and modules. That's it. So you can look at any website on the internet, look at their page, and break it down into that so that you can see how you can create something similar. Now, I would encourage you to kind of find websites that you like the way they look, and you could see the things that they're doing, and then you could try to do something similar or take bits and pieces of it and integrate that into your homepage of your website. So what you see right here is essentially just a row. And in this row, I've got a background image, and I've got one column. And in that column, I have this bit of text, and I have these two buttons. That's all that this header area is. So now in Beaver Builder, when you have a row, you can hover, and you can see how it has that blue shade on it, and it says row right here. Well, there's a little wrench, and I can click on that wrench, and it's going to pull up the settings for this row. And this is where I can say if it's going to be a full width, meaning what this row, the row background is going to stretch the full width of the page. That's called full width. You can even make it full height. So if I change this to full height, you can see now the row took up the full height of what I see on the page right now. So let me actually put that back to top. You can choose the text color of whatever text is in this row. So this is where if it's going to be a dark background, you would set the text color to a brighter color so that you can see it. And here's some other things that you can manipulate there. Here's that important part. It's the background. Do you want a background photo, color, or video? Now, with the paid version of Beaver Builder, you also get a couple more options. You get something called Parallax, and you get Slideshow. Slideshow is actually really cool. It's one of my favorite features of the paid version of Beaver Builder. Or you can have none. So if I switched it to none, you could see the image disappeared, and you can't really see the text because the text was set to a light color. Or you could just choose color, and then when you choose color, it reveals a panel right here where I can click on this and I could set a color. So there I've chosen a color. And you can actually move this box so you can see what's behind it. Okay, so that's a color. But as you can see, I had it set to photo. Now let's take a look at the options of video. So when I go to video, yes, it's going to ask for video that you've uploaded to your WordPress site. So it's not like a YouTube video where you just take the URL in. Maybe I'll cover just this aspect in a future video because it's actually a very modern thing to do. So let me go back to photo. Now I'm on photo, and you can see I lost that dark tint that I had over it. Let me show you how to do that. So first you can just click on replace and choose whatever photo you want. Just drag and drop it. Now what you want a wide image. You need that image to be wide. You can't have a narrow image and expect it to look good. It's going to look lousy. You need a wide image. Okay, and then there's some settings here that you can tweak. Now take a look right here where it says background overlay. That's placing a color over the image and then kind of making it translucent so you can see through it, and that's called opacity. So you would go right here, click on this to choose a color. So say I wanted maybe like a red or something like that. I could choose a red and see if I like it. And then I can even change the translucentness, if that's even a word. It's called opacity. So it's set to 60%. The higher the number, the more prominent this color is going to be. The lower, the more prominent the image is going to be. So if I make this, say, 85, you can see it's harder to see the image. I see more of the color. But if I make this 25, you can see, ooh, that actually looks kind of cool. You can see that it's showing more of the image, but you can see a bit of the color. I actually kind of like that. Anyways, so let me go back to what I had it on, which was this dark color right there. One thing to note when you're doing things that involve colors in Beaver Builder, one of the coolest things is it allows you to save these colors so you can use them in other places. So if you're setting a font color, you can reuse it in other locations. So when you click on this to choose a color, all you have to do is click on this little plus, and it says it's added to presets. And you see right here it says color presets, and you can have all your presets listed here, and you can remove the ones you don't want, just like that. So that is a huge time saver. So let me put this back to 60, and I think that's probably how it was when I shipped it. All right, and that is your main row settings. If you click on advanced, you have some things called margin and padding. That's spacing issues, and you can play around with it. And you can choose if you want this row to show on every device or just desktops or just mobiles and stuff like that. So you can really do some neat things. You can make rows just for mobile devices or rows just for desktops, things like that. It's really awesome. So anyways, that is your row settings, and then you can just click on save. So now you can see we have a column here, and it's just one column. If I wanted to increase it to 2 columns, here's a little option right here that I can click on, and it says insert column before or after, and so that's if I wanted to have more columns. So let's see, if I insert a column after, you can see it added a column right here. There's nothing in it. And I've got my info here in this column right here. And if I wanted to change the size of these columns, there's this little thing here where I can just dynamically change the size. So you can see on the side with the text, it's 53.5% right now. And you can actually get into column settings and set that more precisely if you wanted. And then if you want to get rid of this extra column, you can just click on the X and it is gone. It is out of there. Another neat thing, this bit of information here, this module, you can move it. So say I wanted to add a new column like that. I can just go like this and move it right there. So there's my text now. You can duplicate everything. I can duplicate just this module. I can duplicate the entire row. I can duplicate so many different things. So if I wanted to have this right here as well, I could just click on duplicate. It duplicated it. You can see when I scroll down, there's 2 of them now, and I can drag one right there, and that's how easy it is to duplicate and move anything around. So let me get this back to the way it was. Now the way you would create a new row is you would go here to click on Add Content, and here's the different row layout. So when I click on it, I can have a row with 1 column all the way up to 6 columns. So right here, let me close that. Right here is a row with 3 columns. Here's the first, second, and third. And I did it that way to kind of get the content squished into the middle like that. And that's why I did it that way. So let's go ahead and make a new row in between these 2. So I'm going to go to Add Content. Let's go with a 2 column, and I'm going to drop it right there. And so now I have this new column. I'm going to go ahead and click on the row settings, and I usually like to set it to full width. Let me show you the difference. So right now it's not set to full width, and let me put in a background color. So I'm setting that to color, and now I need to choose my color. So let's just choose that. So this is what a row looks like that isn't full width. You see how it kind of gets chopped off there? That's why you need to change width to full width, and then it goes the full width of the page. All right, so I've got that. I can set my text color to a light color like that, and that's fine. I mean, I could change it to an image, but I'll just leave it like that and click on Save. So I've got this new row with 2 columns. Let me click on Add Content, and let's see, I can go ahead and put one of these modules in. Now the free version of Beaver Builder has limited modules. There's more modules available in the paid version of Beaver Builder, just so you know. Typically you're going to use this text editor a lot or this photo a lot, so I can just drag and drop that right there, and I can enter my text like that, and you can format your text however you want right here. So if I wanted that to be a headline, I can highlight it and change this from paragraph to, say, heading 1. You see how it made it much larger. And that's pretty much all there is to laying this out. You basically make a row, you put something in the background, you have columns, and you put something in the columns. It's pretty simple. So let me click on cancel, and let me delete this row because I'm not going to keep it. Now you can see right here in this row I have content here and content here, 2 modules. So when you click on your instructor, you can click in there and change it to whatever you want. And then this right here, let me click on it. And you can see I'm using this basic WordPress text editor. I've got my text here. I clicked on Add Media to insert this image right there. And I aligned it to the left, as you can see. So let me click on Cancel. And that's how I did that. And that's how you would want to change it. This row is a little different. So we've got this background image like you saw above. You know how to do that. And then this right here is a text box, but let me click into it to show you the little difference. This text box is using something called a shortcode to generate this content grid. And what a shortcode is when you install something, say Lifter LMS for the learning management system, they'll give you what's called a shortcode to take info out of that and be able to put it anywhere on your WordPress website via this shortcode. And so that's how I'm generating this grid, is with this shortcode. You can go to Lifter LMS's website, the knowledge document base that I gave you a link for in 2 videos ago, and you can see all the available shortcodes and the little things that you can do to have the order be how you want it. But I'm going to go ahead and click cancel. And that's all there is to this row right here. And then here we have our frequently asked questions. So we have a text box here, a text box here, and a text box here. That's all there pretty much is to this. And if you want to change anything, you can just click on it and just start making whatever edit you want to make to the text. And this here, it's just a background row with an image and that color. And I showed you that overlay color deal right here. You can just change that to what you want. Here's a text box. Now, these buttons are the only thing I'm actually a little afraid of for you because they're a little technical to manipulate these buttons, okay? And it's the same as the buttons I have in the header. Now, if you have some of the add-on packages I'm going to show you and some of the paid, if you had the paid version of Beaver Builder, it makes it so much easier to add buttons. But since I wanted this to be completely free, it is a little technical manipulating these buttons. So let me click on it. And when I scroll down, you see this here and that there. And these are our buttons. Now, when you're editing anything in WordPress, you have this text editor right here. It's this visual text editor. But then there's this little thing here that says text. To manipulate these buttons, the safest thing is to click on the text and do it, because it's very easy to mess up this kind of code that's driving it. This is lightning years easier if you're using the paid version of Beaver Builder or some of the add-ons I'm going to show you. So right here is where our buttons are. So you just got to look at this a little bit. Okay, so right here is where it says watch video. So if I go there, you see where it says watch video. Right here is where I'm choosing that little play icon. So actually, I think if I got rid of that, like this, it would get rid of the play icon for me. And then I can change the text of this button right here. Watch video. Let me just put the word now. And you can see there it is. And right here's the link to this button right there. So it's going to take you to this page right here. So I can change it to my courses. Actually, let's take it to courses. Like that. When you put slash and then the page name, that is a shortcut. I could use the full URL, HTTP and all that if I wanted to, but this is an easier way of doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. And you're going to see I'm going to click on Done. I'm going to click on Publish Changes. And then let me click here and do a refresh. Okay, you can see it's gone. And then when I click on it, it takes me straight to the courses page. So that's one way of doing the buttons if you didn't have the paid version of Beaver Builder. Okay, so let me actually go back into the page builder. You can just click on page builder here to get into it. Now here's a link right here to take you to the page to see about the paid version of Beaver Builder. It's going to give you lots of templates, and it's going to give you lots of additional modules that you can do. So let me just click on it, and it's going to take me right on over. And right here you can see the templates that it comes with. So all these templates, you just literally point, click, and it applies the template, and you can do so much more to manipulate those and maybe get a better output that you might want. So there's all these various templates right here, and there's a whole variety of new modules that you get with it as well. So I don't see an actual list of those modules. But you can read about the benefits of the paid version. I have a full video on it. Now let me show you something interesting. On my website, I've got this page for all the different Beaver Builder resources. The Facebook group, the knowledge base, the template demos are right here. When you scroll down, there's this new crop of Beaver Builder add-ons, and you don't need the paid version to use one of these add-on packages. And I want to show you this one that I'm using extensively. It's called Ultimate Add-Ons, and here's the link to the website. So you can just go here, click through to get to it. And it adds some amazing modules, and it also adds pre-designed rows for you, which is a huge time saver. And they also have full page template designs. So if I click on modules here on their website, here's a list of all the new modules that they add. So for instance, right here, it's really nice. It's called a pricing box. And I actually use this to make that grid right here, this whole grid right here. But you can see, you can make powerful, beautiful things like this very easily with this add-on. And here's more examples of this pricing box. But you can do so much more than just a pricing box, obviously. There's module after module. Check this out, a dual button. I like the dual button. I use it a lot. So you can have this dual button. It can say something in the middle. It can have an image or a icon or something like that. Let's look at some of the other things here. We just have option after option. There's just so many cool things you can do. Let's go ahead and look at testimonials. And this is actually something you're going to want on the homepage of your course website. So it has all these different testimonial options that you can add to your site. You can see how perfectly professionally designed they are. Let me show you a site that I recently started building the homepage for, and I even have a video on exactly how I did it, and I'm using this add-on package. Here's the site right here, AdamPreiser.com. So right here you can see I have a row, and the Ultimate Add-Ons gives you these different row separators. So you see how I'm doing that right there under this background? That's really cool. It gives you these number options like this, and I'm using that same effect here. That it's called a row separator. Right here is a testimonial on the right, and it just goes from testimonial to testimonial. The same thing here. You scroll down, I've got this beautifully designed section here as well with these buttons. Here's another row separator with the down arrow, and then I created this grid right here for my different blog posts, and then I have this gorgeous contact section. And I did this all with this Ultimate Add-Ons package right here. Let me show you some of the pre-designed sections that it comes with. And this is great. You can literally just drag and drop your section in, change some image and some text, and it is totally good to go. So they have all these different sections separated here into the different categories that they'd be. So here's some logo ones. Here are for frequently asked questions. So imagine having this be your frequently asked question area right here instead of what I have now is this right there. So you can see how easy it is to get to this. It's literally drag and drop. Or you can have this to be your frequently asked question area. You can actually see it live down here on my site. I've got this I'm using essentially one of those rows right here where I have text and then this thing called an accordion here on the side there. So let me go back, and you can have different hero areas like this, the hero image. You can have galleries. It's just so easy to build a powerful website using this add-on package, and I totally recommend it. Check out the testimonial section. I'm using this right now for a customer. I really like it. But this is all pre-designed for you. Last, let me show you some of the content areas. So imagine using this to start showing off some testimonials or maybe some features or different course information. It's all right here, and it's all pre-designed for you. Just drag and drop, change your text image, and you are good to go. So that is Ultimate Add-Ons. It's not that expensive. It's like 69 bucks or whatever, and you can install it on as many sites as you want. But I think you can see that you can do plenty with this the way that it is, okay? These things will just make it easier, and they might make the design better. So the awesome thing about this done for you template is that you now have the options to do what you want with it. So you can roll with it the way that it is, or you can maybe get the paid version of Beaver Builder, or just get this add-on package, which is a little bit less money, and you could get stunning results. And you can do that when you're ready. If you're not ready because you're just testing things out, you don't have to do it now. But when you're ready, when you start making some money on your courses and you want to spruce up your website, you have a pathway to do that very easy and very painlessly. Now, I've got a ton of videos on my Beaver Builder resource page right here. These are all, here's actually the one where I made that home page right here. You can see exactly how I did this in this video right here. I've done some amazing videos all about Beaver Builder and the Ultimate Add-Ons, and you can see a lot of those here as well. So anyways, that's all there pretty much is to this page right here in setting up the home page. And the same thing goes for the other pages. So let me get out of here. I'm going to go Done, Publish Changes. And then I'm going to go back into the back end of WordPress, click on Pages, and then I'm going to click on the Courses page, and then click on Launch Page Builder. So I built this page as well with Beaver Builder. This is a row, and this is a row. Now, I actually don't really like this color. I might change it in the core template, but if I change it in the row options, I can go there. I can click on, for the background, change it to a photo, and I can use that same spacey looking photo. I'm going to click on Replace, and let me choose that. And you can see it's already looking better. Actually, that looks wonderful right there. I can change the position of the image. I wonder if I make it left center, if it moves anything. Okay, it just leaves it the way it is. And I haven't even put a tint or anything on it right there. So you can see how easy it is to spruce up all these pages that I've already built for you in Beaver Builder. And this right here is also that short code. So let me click on Done and then Publish. And see, you can see I've totally changed the way it looks that quick. So anyways, this is how you would create new pages. This is how you would edit your home page, and this is how you would edit all the pages that I've already made for you in this Done For You template. Hey, really quick, can you do something for me? If you're watching this on YouTube, can you give me a thumbs up? And I want to invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. There's a button right beneath me, and I'd really appreciate it if you did that. And I've got something for you. I don't want you to leave empty-handed. If you just click off here to the side, it's a free video course that I put together just for you called the 3 Steps to WordPress Success. You will love this course. Registration is free right now. All you have to do is click on the link right next to me. Hey, thanks for spending this time with me, and I can't wait to make another video for you.